verse 51 to 58. We all stand, side po natin. Tayo lahat ay magbasa mula Matthew chapter 13, verse 51 to 58. 51, ladies, read.
Jesus said unto them, Have ye understood all these things? They say unto him, Yea, Lord. Then said he unto them, Therefore every scribe which is instructed unto the kingdom of heaven is like unto a man that is a householder, which laid before God his treasure of things new and old. And it came to pass that when Jesus had finished his parables, he departed thence. And when he was come into his own country, he taught them in their synagogue, so much that they were astonished, and said, Whence hath this man this wisdom, and these mighty works? Is not this the carpenter's son? Is not his mother called Mary? And his brethren James, and Joseph, and Simon, and Judas? And his sisters, are they not all with us? Whence then hath this man all these things? And they were offended in me. But Jesus said unto them, A prophet is not without honor, save in his own country and in his own house. And he did not many mighty works there because of their unbelief.
Pray. Lord, bigyan mo ng gabi pang pag-aaral ng salita. Upon the Spirit to work in us, Lord God. Wisdom and understanding to learn your word tonight, Lord God. These are praying, this might be prayed. The title of our message tonight are Understanding Involves Responsibility. This passage in Matthew chapter 13 to 21 to 58, this is it's a responsibility to all of us that we are the sons of God, right? We accept the Lord Jesus Christ as personal Savior, then we are involved to responsibility. The Lord taught parables to give understanding to those with trusting, in searching hearts from their darkness to the unconcerned and unrepentant. The 7 parables the Lord taught in these chapters describe for us the spiritual course of kingdom of heaven in this present world. The first is the parable of the sower, which is Brother Ronald teach this one, and this is the seed that na binigay po sa atin, yung salita ng Panginoon that plants in our hearts. Then what God works in our lives since the gospel teach us for us, right? Then secondly, the wheat and the tares and the mustard seed. Number 3, 4th and 11, which is Brother Joel Beloria teach is in the wheat and the tares, the mustard seed and the leaven, and also the hidden treasure and the pearls of great spices and the darknet. This is Father Joel last Tuesday did for us teach this one. As a believers, this is the teaching for us is the word of God that we can cultivate in our lives. This is the how we responded to the word of God. We are the sons of God, right? Then how we if you are the sons of God, we are responsible to do all these things. For example, for the sharing the gospel. This is for each and every one of us as believers that we teach or to spread the gospel to the people that na hindi pa nakakilala sa Panginoon. Yeah. That's why tonight this is we are responsible in the Word of God, but many of us also that maraming mga believers na we ignore this for this passage is the very important to sa people na malaman na. And also when the Lord had complete this series parables, he asked his disciples if they understood them, and they confidently replied, "Yes, Lord," understands involves responsibility to explain. This the Lord added in final parable. And Matthew chapter 10 verse 51 to 52. Jesus said unto them, "Have ye understand all these things?" He said unto him, "Yea, Lord." Then said unto them, "Therefore every scribe which is instructed into the kingdom of heaven is like unto a man that is householder, which bringeth forth out his treasure is new in old." This remind us for us believers, not only the scribes, but we all, lahat tayo mananampalataya, walang exception dito. Dadako na po tayo sa first point. They must be scribes who discover the truth. Speak here in verse 52 that scribes which is instructed unto the kingdom of heaven is like unto man that is an holder which bring householder which bringeth forth out of his treasure is things new in old. This is not only the, yung sinabi ko, not only the scribes who teach the word of God or the understanding what does responsibility, but sa lahat tayo. We double time our time because many people get died right. That's why mag-double time din tayo mag-spread ang gospel ng Panginoon, because this is only the way that we got saved, so that we can hindi sila mapupunta sa eternity. And the scribes began to double group under the leadership of Ezra and preserve the law, study it and apply it. And also over the years, there's noble cause integrated into the routine of serving traditions and man-made interpretation in Luke chapter 11, 49 to 52. Saan ko natin? Luke 11, verse 49 to 52. Kung sinong nakaka-ibasa.
11:49 to 52. Therefore also said the wisdom of God, I will send them prophets and apostles, and some of them they shall slay and persecute, that the blood of all the prophets which was shed from the foundation of the world may be required of this generation, from the blood of Abel unto the blood of Zacharias, which perished between the altar and the temple. Verily I say unto you, it shall be required of this generation. Woe unto you, lawyers, for ye have taken away the key of knowledge. Ye entered not in yourselves, and them that were entering in ye hindered.
This not only the Lord Jesus Christ that hindi lang ang Panginoon ay nag-uwi sa kanyang buhay. It's also the mga believers na sa unang nanampalataya na how prosecute or paano nila ginawa mag-spread ang salita ng Panginoon in the countries that sa mga hindi yung restricted area, sa mga ganun natin. Kaya makita natin yung paano pag-work ng Panginoon sa mga mananampalataya doon, even though ganun yung situation na maraming mga nag-prosecute sa kanila, even though sa mga Laos or sa mga sa China also, in many countries that but later And subpoint number 1 is the believers, we search into the truth that we might discover more truth. We are scribes, students who sit at Jesus' feet and listen to His word. You know, in John 8:32, that if you know the truth is set you free. That's why God, nung nakilala natin ng Panginoon, talagang yung pagkilos ng Panginoon, alam natin katotohanan na tayo ay pag namatay tayo, only we believe Lord Jesus Christ that we go to the heaven. That yung pan natin na mayroon tayong pinanghawakan, which is the Bible, na bibigay ng katotohanan sa atin. Nagpo-prove na ito ay tama na pananampalataya natin. Only we are saved with sa pananampalataya sa Panginoon, yung siya lamang ang pagligtas sa atin. Also, this is the thing that sa ating mananampalataya, one joy of Christian life is privilege to learning God's truth from God's word. That's why this is the joyful. Kung ikaw ay nananampalataya ng tanggap ng Panginoon Savior, nagpapaptize ka na rin, and this is the habang nagpapatuloy ka nag-aaral ng salita ng Panginoon, na may joy sa puso mo, even though may mga hardship in our lives, but God give you peace or kaligayahan sa kanyang gawain dito sa mundo. Number 2 is they must be disciples who do the truth. Do the truth. They must be disciples who do the truth. And 1 Peter 4:11. Peter 4:11. If any man speak, let him speak in the oracles of God. In man minister, let do it as of the ability which God giveth, that God is all things be glorified through Jesus Christ, to whom be praise and dominion forever and ever. This tayo ngayon mananampalataya natin, we are do what is responsible for example, for the Bible studies na nasign tayo ng pastor natin to feed them the Word of God. Then, after months or a year, nakita natin yung growth or yung pagbabago sa buhay nila, na nakikita natin na lahat naman tayo is nagpapatuloy ng gawain ng Panginoon. But as yung nakikita mo yung taong na nababago yung buhay niya, na mayroon na rin siyang conviction or to do these things, na tayo yung mga nag-aaral sa salita ng Panginoon, tayo yung unang nabibless sa tao na yun, na continue lang na encourage din natin sila na huwag natin hayaan na hindi pupuntahan, kasi kapag hindi tayo nagpunta o isang linggo tayo hindi pumunta sa kanila, yung panilain ng hindi natin, kailangan continue na feed the word of God sa kanila. And also sa mga sa atin, sa mga makikita natin sa church na nakikita ng hihina, na we need encouragement or revival sa kanilang mga buhay, na kailangan nating kamustahin or ano man yung nangyari sa buhay nila. Later A, describe emphasis learning, but for that side emphasis living. And disciples are doers of the word. And James 1:22. James 1:22. But we doers of the word, and not hearers only, deceiving our own selves. This is the as a Christian, not only pumunta tayo sa church or sa Bible study, not to learn the truth, but sometimes we yung hindi natin nasusunod or kasi nasa man pa rin tayo sa katawang lupa pa rin pa tayo, pero by the grace of God nagpapalakas sa atin to continue. And sabi nga sa Psalms 111 verse 119 verse 11, that thy word have I hid in my heart that may not sin against thee, na nagsalita lang ng Panginoon na nagpapatunay na tayo ay yung may kalakasan tayo or nagpapatuloy tayo para hindi tayo makagawa ng kasalanan. Kung nag-iisa lang tayo, maraming pumapasok sa isip natin na kaysa na pupunta tayo sa mga kasama natin sa church na mag-fellowship. Mas maganda yun kaysa yung mag-isa tayo ng maraming isip. Kaya we do that, what the words, that salita ng Panginoon na mag-bear sa atin or yung bear, lagi tayong naka-join sa gawain ng Panginoon and also sa mga kapatiran para tayo ay mas lalong lumakas o mag-enjoy sa gawain ng Panginoon. Also, disciples learns by doing. Read the following verses in Matthew 7:21. Brother Mark Alvado, can you please read this? And Brother Kenneth, Luke 6:46 and 49. Brother Mark,
Matthew 7:21, the Bible says, not everyone that saith unto me, Lord, Lord, shall enter into the kingdom of heaven, but he that doeth the will of my Father which is in heaven.
Luke chapter 6:46.
Luke 6, verse 46. And why call ye me Lord, Lord, and do not the things which I say?
49.
49. But he that heareth and doeth not is likened a man that without a foundation built an house upon the earth, against which the streams did beat vehemently, and immediately it fell, and the ruin of that house was great.
Luke chapter 11, verse 28, but he said, ye rather blessed are, they are here than the word of God and keep it.
And 1 John 3:7. Little children, let no man deceive you. He hath doeth righteousness, and is righteous, even he is righteous. All the passage there, these disciples learns by doing. He do what the Bible says. Because in 1 John, little children, let no man deceive you. He hath doeth righteousness, is righteousness, even as he is righteousness. God is righteousness. Jesus Christ is doing what kaya nga pumunta siya dito sa lupa to preach His word. And yung pa natin dito is you do the work, learns what they doing here in earth. That's why we are Christians also to continue what na yung simulan ng Panginoon na gawain dito sa lupa. That's why sa ating mananampalataya is not only hindi natin yung narinig kundi sa pamuhay din natin. Kaya nga lagi tayong pagsabi nga sa Romans 10:17 na faith comes by hearing and by the word of God. Also, it literally is difficult to keep our lives balanced. We often emphasize learning at the expense of living. Sometimes we may get busy serving God that we do not take time to listen to His word. Yan karamihan po sa karamihan sa atin or sa ating mananampalataya that mas gusto pa natin yung for example sa sa kitchen, diba? Sa paggagawa na pag-serve ng mga pagkain kaysa yung umupo tayo sa preaching, or yun yung kailangan natin as a Christian ganun yung minsan yung pakiramdam natin or yung motives natin. But by the grace of God, we also need the Word of God to yun nga, mapalakas sa atin. You know, for example, in Luke chapter 10, buksan po natin yung account nila Martha and Mary. Luke chapter 10, verse 28 to 22.
Luke 10:38. Now it came to pass, as they went, that he entered into a certain village, and a certain woman named Martha received him into her house. And she had a sister called Mary, which also sat at Jesus' feet, and heard his word. But Martha was cumbered about much serving, and came to him, and said, Lord, dost thou not care that my sister hath left me to serve alone? Bid her therefore that she help me. And Jesus answered and said unto her, Martha, Martha, thou art careful and troubled about many things, but one thing is needful, and Mary hath chosen that good part, which shall not be taken away from her.
This is what Martha did in Mary, that si Mary ay nandun lang siya sa nakasama ang Panginoon na we listen the word of God. Na si Martha is marami siyang dahilan na ganun nga na hindi siya tinutulungan ni Mary, but hindi po dapat ganito yung attitude natin to na sa ating pag-service sa ating Panginoon. Every scribe must be disciple, and every disciple must be scribe. Points number 3, they must be steward who dispense the truth. Dispense. D-I-S-P-E-N-S-E. This dispense is yung distribute or pamahagi katotohanan. This and saan po natin in 1 Peter 4:10.
First Peter 4:10, as every man hath received the gift, even so minister the same one to another, as good stewards of the manifold grace of God.
So nga that as every man that received the gift, even ministered same one another in good steward of manifold grace of God. We receive the gift right then when they accepted the Lord Jesus Christ as personal Savior, but even as ating mga ministry, every one of us as believers that give responsibility to do the ministry in our church, not only our deacons, not only our pastor, to teach the word of God, preach the word of God, and also as one of us as a believers na maging parte tayo, may part din tayo sa church so that we can para maabot din natin yung mga ibang mga kapatiran na nasa malayo or example sa mga each in our church had a ministry, right? May mga transform ministry tayo, may coaching ministry, and a lot of music ministry and others pa na dapat yung pa natin is yung motives natin ay yung pa natin yung unity natin to minister the Lord Jesus Christ, na yung pa natin yung kita kasi natin dito yung kung tayo mananampalataya ay nakikita natin yung mga iba na may mga ministry sa atin, parang gusto mo din yung ganun, pero yung panis, yung time natin, yung problema ng pan natin. Pero by the grace, we are so blessed kasi natin makakuha natin maluwag yung schedule natin to serve God sa mga all different aspects in our church na ma-attenan natin, na we are so blessed. That's why bigay din natin yung dinesign ng Panginoon, those things, but yung natin is bigay natin din lahat ng kalakasan natin or lahat ng nasa atin na kaya natin i-contribute sa gawain ng Panginoon. Also, new prince, as steward guards the treasure but also dispense it is needed. He dispense the old in new. New principles, insights based on the old truths, and the old truths given new application. This is we need both. Also, as we spend time in the old truths, the Word of God it speaks to us and gives new meaning to those old truths. When the Lord Jesus Christ allowed to learn those principles, we have a responsibility to share it to others. Yun yung sabi ko kanina na yung pag-share ng gawain yung gospel ng Panginoon na as a believers na ito dapat yung pagbigyan nating oras or spend time na maabot natin yung mga tao pa na hindi pa nakilala sa Panginoon. Na we are so blessed in BBC kasi nakikita mo dito yung encouragement talagang yung nakikita mo yung tao na mag-serve sa Panginoon, may encourage ka din na gusto mo din matuto. As a new, matagal din na ako manampalataya, Brother Giselle disciples us sa amin sa Shanian dati. Marami kami pero as ngayon is ako naman yata and also Brother Mark, some believers also in Shania that God uses nung tayo manampalataya na natanggap natin Panginoon sa Kristo na may taong nag-disciple sa atin yung hindi lang tayo binigyan disciple so encourage na magpatuloy na yung mga punta sa mga Bible study ganyan na marami dito sa church natin na ganun sa pastor nakikita natin yung hard working niya na kahit anong oras I remember before in Kasyaniya na mayroong panggabi yung trabaho nila but yung may Bible study sila ng tanghali yung time nila is binigay nila yung time para makarinig lang ng salita ng Panginoon. That's why hindi lang sa yung mga sa natin sa mga kapatiran din natin sa Alcor yung mga gawain doon na yung una pa lang Bible study by the grace of God na meron na rin tayong missions na ng Panginoon doon so malaki that talagang nakikita mo yung pag-bless sa atin ng Panginoon what kung inahayag natin yung the truths from the Word of God and talagang pag kayo masaya kahit kanong pagod mo kahit hirap ng trabaho or yun yung nagpapakasaya sa atin na magpatuloy na yun and magagamit natin to na BBC is our sleeping ground or yung base natin dito para kapag dalhin tayo ng Panginoon sa ibang lugar is makakapan natin, magagamit natin na marami pa tayong mga aabot ng mga kaluluwa. Also, when the Lord allows learns to His principles, we have responsibility to share it to others. So as a scribe, we need to discover the truth. Not only the scribe, but this is tayo din mga pananampalataya na discover natin yung katotohanan. As a disciples, we need to do the truth, and as a steward, we need to dispense the truth. Napan natin lahat na intindihan natin or napan natin yung Our conclusion is when the Lord finished these parables, He went home to His own country, Nazareth, and taught in the synagogue. His words and His work amazed the people, but he did not trust Him in this limited His ministry. He doubted Him because they were too familiar with Him in a human way. It was case of knowing Him after the flesh. Saan po natin yung Bible natin? 2 Corinthians chapter 5, verse 16. Wherefore henceforth know we no man after the flesh. Ye too, we have known Christ after the flesh. Yet now therefore, henceforth now we him no more. Knowing no more. It is and not having spiritual discernment that God gives to those who will yield and to Him. This is the in Matthew 11:25 to 30. Matthew 11, chapter 11, verse 25 to 30. Kibasa ng
Matthew 11, 25 to 30. In that time, Jesus answered and said, I thank thee, O Father, Lord of heaven and earth, because thou hast hid these things from the wise and prudent, and hast revealed them unto babes. Even so, Father, for so it seemed good in thy sight. All these things are delivered unto me of my Father, and no man knoweth the Son, but the Father. Neither knoweth any man the Father, save the Son, and he to whomsoever the Son will reveal him. 28. Come unto me, all ye that labor and heavy laden, and I will give you rest. Take my yoke upon you, and learn of me, for I am meek and lowly in heart, and ye shall find rest unto your souls. For my yoke is easy, and my burden is light.
This is the needful in our, as a Christian, this is the very needful to us that we having a spiritual discernment that God gives us to do who will yield to Him. We are so blessed because na andun tayo sa gawain ng Panginoon na even though may mga problema o dumating sa atin, andyan ang Panginoon na binibigay natin sa Kanya yung mga kabigatan or mga dumarating ng problema or sa mga sa ating family, na God is always there to na tayo mga anak niya. We are so blessed kasi na hindi lang tayo nag-serve sa Panginoon pero naantay natin yung pagbabalik ng Panginoon. We are so joyful that having a fellowship with Him there in Christ.
Amen.
Any questions?
Thank you, Brother Jimmy. Bless pa kami tanong kayo o additional na commentary, points natin kayo regarding subject na yun. Ano kayo? May dadagdag? Maaga pa kasi. May dadagdag. Ano po?
Hindi sa akin yung just because floating time na mag-listen. We know that Brother Jimmy is not that person na kung titingnan mo yung sa degree natin, makikita natin mas mataas tayo sa kanya, di ba? Sa degree if we are talking about the degree, Brother Samuel. For example, I'm a Bachelor of Science in Mechanical Engineering, but Brother Jimmy is not. But when you look at him right now, supposed to be, dapat ako yung nandyan nakatayo. But look at the grace of God sa buhay ni Brother Jimmy.
Amen.
Na nakatayo siya, and He's teaching the Word of God. It's a challenge for us.
Amen.
So how much more those men na nandito sa church? How about the others? Right? Should be an encouragement to every one of us, not just to, sabi nga ng Bible kanina, don't just be sa James 1:22, we're not hearers only, but doers of the Word of God. So it's a blessing tonight na makita natin Brother JB is just a simple man. So we can see in his life na ginagamit siya ng Panginoon.
Amen.
At the key is that if you are willing to be used by the Lord will use you. And if you are available, we're not lifting you up, Brother Jimmy, pero we are blessed because yung pagkakataon na ito talaga, we know that pinaghandaan mo talaga ito. Itong gamitin mo. And we are blessed dahil tumayo ka sa harap para sa ating Panginoon.
Amen.
Salamat sa Panginoon.
Amen. Meron pa kayong mga komentaryo sa Quezon? Yun talaga pinagandaan ng Brother Jimmy. If Sister Martha and Brother Samuel come early, maybe we finish doing it by English. By Brother Jimmy.
Actually,
Study na.
yes, you know.
Ikot na alam. Amen? Okay. Meron po ba? May mga ano tayo ba? Ano pa kasi? Any thoughts that you can share sa ating subject tonight? Wala na? Wala na? Okay, sige. Baka meron kayong mga announcement o mga prayers?
Pray